Hello, everybody. This is Dave's Adventure with Cancer, episode number 5. And as you can tell, I'm looking a little bit different, just a little. There's no sponsor, no fun sponsor. I'll go ahead and tell you this is a little bit more of a serious video. Not that anything's going wrong. It's just sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. And this is one of those days that you just don't. But yes, I've had to kind of shave my beard and everything. And the reason being is it was falling out. The radiation and chemo was making it to where every time I looked down, my shirt, it was just covered in hair. So I went ahead and shaved it off. It's growing back a little bit, but it's growing back in places. There are some places that it hasn't grown back at all. So it does make me look a little bit different. I'm probably not looking as colorful either. Not feeling as colorful. I just finished up this morning my 20th radiation treatment. So that means I got 15 more to go. So that's good. Kind of over to the halfway threshold. When we left episode 4, about 3 hours after that episode, I had a really bad weekend. That weekend. There's been 2 weekends since then, and I apologize. But that weekend, I had a really bad weekend. My throat got to the point that all of a sudden, and if you notice things on my mouth, please excuse me. That dries your mouth out so bad, and I try to keep everything clean where it's not gross looking, but sometimes you can't help it. But I had a real bad episode that Friday evening. Just all of a sudden felt like I had swallowed glass, basically, and my throat was kind of feeling like it was swelling. It was kind of worrisome a little bit. That went on from that night until basically Sunday. Saturday it was a little bit better. Jan got up and cooked me some eggs and some bacon, and the eggs were wonderful. But because I could taste a little bit of it. Since then, I've lost my taste almost completely, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But anyway, it was pretty bad that weekend. And then when the following week, when I met with my doctors, I said, "Look, what can we do to head this off?" I said, because I don't want to go through that again, because it had gotten better. And so they upped my pain meds, and they've also upped my nausea meds. So between the two, I've been a little bit better the next week, and through this past weekend, I was a little bit better. The taste thing is the biggest issue right now, and I don't think people understand exactly what all your taste does. I have a really good dietitian, and I've also done a lot of research, and your taste is not only helps you enjoy life and your smell as well, but it also is kind of a defense mechanism in a way. Your taste and your smell kind of prevents you from eating things that you shouldn't. So if something is spoiled or something is poison, those type things, your smell and taste come in and say, hey, you don't need to be eating that. So when your taste leaves you, your body kind of goes, something's wrong. And your appetite lessens. So you're not hungry because your body's going, hey, something's wrong with your taste. We don't want you eating something you're not supposed to be eating, so we're going to do what we can to suppress your appetite. So it's very strange, because not only is your appetite kind of suppressed because you can't taste, but so is your drinking, your thirst. And I got busy at work the other day and realized I'd only drinking for the whole day like half a thing of Gatorade, which is not good. So I kind of have to keep an eye on that. And So I say all that to say when you're dealing with someone who has cancer, it's not as easy as just saying you have to eat, you have to keep up your strength, you have to eat. There's a mechanism there that they're having to fight, and it's not them being stubborn. It's just the body's saying we don't know what's going on here, so we're going to kind of abandon everything. So you have a little bit of a lot to overcome, a lot to overcome. You have so. Keep that in mind if you're dealing with cancer people. It's just not as simple as, well, you got to eat something, or you eat and think of this or that. As a matter of fact, hey, listen, nobody can eat more than I can. I mean, I love to eat. It's a favorite pastime, but not being able to taste, I mean, it's really depressing. I had Jan take me to a Chinese buffet, and I literally, no lie, got a plate, and I'd put 1 or 2, 3, 4 things on it, go back to the table, eat those 4 things, see what I could taste, what I couldn't, go back and get something else. And I did that, and I ate a good bit, but I didn't taste anything. And I mean, it was so disappointing. It can almost make you want to cry a little bit that you can't taste anything. And then the Krispy Kreme had their hot now on. Now look, Krispy Kreme. Who can't taste Krispy Kreme? I can't. Not right now. We got the hot now, and boy, it smells so good, and I couldn't wait, and I bit into that, and it was like biting into air, hot air. And boy, that'll bring you down. I know there's a lot of other things with cancer that'll bring you down, but that'll bring you down too. Just not being able to enjoy things like that. So you can't go out and eat because you're wasting money. It's a waste. People say, well, what'd you do for your birthday? And thanks everyone for all the birthday wishes, by the way, from last week. I'm actually at home today because I'm taking my birthday that I was supposed to, we get a birthday off at the university. And so I didn't take it last week because I was having chemo and chemo and radiation on my birthday. So I took it today just to kind of relax and get caught up a little bit on some other things around the house. But yeah, it didn't do anything on my birthday. Didn't go out and eat anywhere because there's just no use. It's a waste of money. You can't taste it. I tell everybody, what does not being able to taste like? Well, warm water. That's about the best way I can put it. Warm water. Everything tastes like warm water if it's warm. If it's a cold substance, it tastes like cold. Now, strangely enough, the last 2 mornings, excuse me, I have been able to taste cheese grits, instant cheese grits. I've been able to taste that a little bit. And so I ate 2 bowls of that this morning. I am eating some or taking some of those Boost Ensure type things as well. So, but I can't taste those. Those are just, every once in a while I get a little hint of chocolate, but not much. I find that during the weekends when I have the 2 days off, by Sunday, I can tell things are starting to come back a little bit. But unfortunately, Monday rolls around and I'm back at radiation. So that's kind of, the situation. All in all, I'm doing pretty good. Besides the taste thing, they've upped my pain meds, and that's helped with my throat tremendously. So I'm tickled about that. They've given me a new type of medicine for my nausea, and that is really taking care of that. The steroids for the chemo, during chemo, the kind of how it goes, and I think I've said this before, is the first 2 hours I'm there, they give me fluids because this particular chemo that I'm on really affects your kidneys. So they want to make sure they keep those flushed and are in good shape. Then after those 2 hours, they give me a 30 minutes of a particular nausea medication and a steroid. And then 30 minutes later, after that's over with, they give me another type of steroid and another type of nausea medication. And then the chemo, which it's an hour. Those steroids throw me for a loop. They're probably my worst reaction so far. And the reason being is I have chemo on Wednesday, so Thursday, the day after, I could probably build a house. I mean, I'm just amped. Unfortunately, not only am I amped, but I'm agitated. People say I'm agitated all the time, but I'm more agitated. I'm ill. I've had very little patience for anything. The fact that I can't taste makes, I get ill about that even worse. And then Friday morning, I'm kind of still in the same hyped up mess. But then Friday after lunch, it is a huge crash, a terrible crash. And my emotions are all over the place. I'll go from being angry to being sad to just a chatty Cathy, just all over the place. This past Friday, I came in and told Janice I got laid down. I went upstairs and 4:30, I went to bed. I didn't get up till 8 o'clock Saturday morning. Just out. And it don't bother me sleeping that much. That's not really the issue. The biggest issue to me is just the irritability and the fluctuation. And then Saturday morning when I get up, I'm really drained. And I stay that way till about Saturday evening, and then I start feeling a little bit better. By Sunday rolls around, I'm doing pretty good. So that's kind of the way that's going. I'm kind of at a crossroads of whether I want to talk to them about it and them change it up, or just strap on and keep going, because after this chemo treatment, well, I got 3 left. So I hate to do something that's going to reverse where I'm at. So I don't know. I'll probably will talk to them just a little bit. I talked to them a little bit last week, and they just kind of said, that's part of it. But I'm bring it up again and just see what's said, because it is. It wouldn't bother me so much if I stayed. If I wasn't irritable and maybe it lasted through Saturday, that would be fine. But just lasting 24 hours, it's kind of like, what's the point? But I'm sure there is, and I'll find out more about the reasons behind it this time around, and try to share that with you when I find out. So overall, that's about it. I think I've talked for about 13 minutes here, and that's way too long. But I just wanted to kind of let you know. Again, I apologize that I didn't get this episode out sooner. That's one thing. If I was just pointing the camera at myself, I'd have more episodes to you. But being in video so long, I kind of like for it to look a little bit nice. And so then I have to edit it and all that sort of stuff. And frankly, when it gets into all that, there's just sometimes I just don't feel like it. It's just, it just depends on the day. But I knew I could probably feel like it today. I will say, strangely enough, as I've done this, I just finished my radiation treatment about an hour ago, and I can tell just from the time I've been on here, my energy levels just went down drastically. So I'll probably get this on the computer and put it together, and then I'll probably go take a nap and everything. So I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers again, and I'm hoping that somebody's watching this and kind of gets a little bit from it, besides just the rambling on, and maybe it'll make a little bit of difference. It's a unique experience. I wouldn't say that people need to have it. Definitely not, but it is unique. And one of the things I will say before I go is, and I think I've said this before, I really wish other medical problems were handled as delicately and as professionally as cancer is. This has been eye-opening from that aspect. The Cancer Center has been wonderful. The people there have been wonderful. They bring you in like your family. There's not a question that they look down upon. I mean, it's been incredible. But everything that you go into the hospital for should have that same type of approach. And I can tell you, just from all those years I spent with, me and my sister both spent with my mother, and the situations going on with her and MS and those type of things, they don't. A lot of things are just cast to the side, or they're just rolled into kind of what everybody else is having. And that's a shame. And it's a shame that I'm grateful that cancer has this type of centers and those type of things. But I'm also, being on the other side of it, I know that everybody needs this type of treatment. Everybody needs this type of care. There's no telling how many lives would be saved just from people sitting down and really taking an interest in your well-being and what's going on. So with that said, hope everyone has a great day, a great week. Got Tennessee coming up, Alabama. So roll tide with that. And I will see you next episode. Thank y'all. But I stand tall and I won't back down. With cancer, sit, Pancake, sit. Good dog.